What up, chat? This is Juby the Tubi here with Family Above Everything. Also with Zenray Sports TV. Knicks head to Portland, led most of the third quarter. Two key injuries and only score in the teens for the fourth, and they blow a big lead. Juby the Tubi coming at you with Zenray Sports TV in a minute or two. See you guys in a minute. Good evening, good evening, good evening. What's up, everybody? Happy Saturday, February 12th, 2022. Hope you guys are doing good. Hope you guys had a good TGIF yesterday. And we're back at it with another one. Knicks head out to Portland. Lost today, 112-103. But if you didn't watch the game, just to give you guys a little brief, Knicks led pretty much the whole entire game. Led as much as 23 points, and we had some key injuries to the game. Mitchell Robinson left in the third quarter, not to return, and Cam Reddish left in the fourth quarter, not to return. Both with ankle sprains. So Knicks got the injury bug right now. Unfortunately, because Julius Randle played a phenomenal game. Mr. Fool's goal, Kemba Walker had 20-somewhat points, but Evan Fournier could not find the basket at all. Salute to you guys in the chat. Appreciate you coming in here. Again, I'm Juby the Tubi, family above everything. We're going to bring Zenray from Zenray Sports TV. Before I bring him in here, guys, if you happen to catch this channel, besides this, just wanted to let you guys know that I also stream on YouTube, on Twitch, some gaming and some fun stuff. So if you guys are looking for that, links are in the bio to my TikTok and to my Twitch channel. Also, Valentine's Day is Mondays, never too late. Don't forget to get that last minute gift for your significant other. Check out the page on my bio as well. Family Above Everything Etsy website for that special gift for that special someone. Now let's get right to it. Let's bring in Zenray from Zenray Sports TV.
11 points in that fourth quarter killed us. Welcome, Juby, the Tubi, Family Above Everything. Welcome everybody from Sports Talk New York. You going your way. Tough loss tonight, Juby. We had that third quarter. They were playing zone. John C. Billups decided to play zone. And in that third quarter, it kind of caught up to them. The Knicks were torching them. Knicks torched them for 39 points. And the Knicks had a comfortable 23-point lead with about 5.5 minutes left of the third. And in the fourth quarter, things got a little bit crazy. The Knicks only scored 11. They scored 35. Anthony Simons, I say his name is, kind of gave us to us this evening. What a player that young kid is. In 37 minutes of play, he had 30 points, leading the team with 8 assists. He had 5 rebounds. What a player! You don't have Lillard in there, so this kid is the future for the Portland Trailblazers. And our low man on that starting lineup for the Knicks was Evan Fournier. Well, really, Mitchell Robinson, but he went out of injury. Mitchell Robinson only had 2 points, but Evan Fournier, in 36 minutes of play, had 4 points. One from 10 from the 3-point range and 1 from 13 from the outside. I don't know why Thibodeau didn't make a move there and bring in maybe Burks to play more time in his position. Have Grimes, because Grimes had a good game with 20 points in 37 minutes of play. The substitution pattern there kind of, if I had to criticize something there, it would be that. Juby, maybe you can elaborate a little more on how the Knicks lost this game this evening.
Salute to you guys at Nick Nation. Yeah, couple of issues I have, man. Number one, Emmanuel Quickly, 11 minutes. The guy's cold. You need to snap that guy out of his little slump that he's in. Let the kid play. Obi Toppin, another one. What do you have? 12 minutes? 8, excuse me. For crying out loud, 8 minutes. Now, did he shoot bad? No, he was 0 for 2. Did Emmanuel Quickly shoot bad? He was 1 for 6. But we all know that he's been on a slump. But it's like a broken record with this guys. Alex Burke played a tremendous amount of minutes. Again, 21 minutes, 8 points, 2 for 8. But he was there at the end game. Kemba Walker, fool's gold, had 21 points tonight? 23 points tonight. He shot 7 from 12, but we all know what that's like. But he got burnt on the defensive end, man. I even texted you during the beginning of the game, Zenray, and I was telling you that he's too small. He's a small guard, and they were just abusing him, taking him down to the paint. And it's kind of like sad to see, man, because like I know he's trying. The effort is there. It's just he's too small. He's undersized. And especially in this day of NBA that we have today. And Julius Randle played a great game, man. Nothing wrong in my opinion. He had a couple of turnovers, but that's always Julius Randle. He played again with heart, driving the ball in. Solid game for him. Yeah. And Mitchell Robinson, although we only had 2 points, the man was 1 for 1 before he got hurt. That's another thing.
He's playing with a bad back as it is. He's a warrior.
Yeah.
Now he twisted his ankle. So who knows what this is the concern Nick Nation and the Nick organization should have,
including me,
him for the money.
Including me. I've been saying it all season, guys. I've been on here, and Zenray, he's been trying to knock me. He knocked me around a couple of times in the past, saying, "Listen, we got to sign this guy." And I was like, I even referred to him as the Marcus Camby of our generation. Great player when he's on the floor, but he's just always getting hurt, man. His fit body can't handle the physicality with the other big men. Now, when he plays a center that's 6'8", 6'9", he dominates. When he plays a large, bigger center or big, somebody that's built bigger than him, he gets banged up bad, and he throws his weight around, and he's like a spaghetti string. You know what I mean? But it's just crazy. The plus side that I saw today, I like what I saw from Cam Reddish. Defensively, offensively, even though his first drive to the lane, he missed that layup, but he just shows
that was it.
How he can create. He creates off the dribble, and that's what we like, and that's what we've been missing. So sky's bright. Orange and blue sky is definitely for the foreseeable future. But right now, unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, the Knicks have been hit by the injury bug.
Yeah, I mean, not having Barrett, you could have used Barrett tonight. But Grimes filled in nicely tonight. I mean, 37 minutes of play, 6 from 10 from the field, 5 from 8 from the 3-point range, 3 from 6 from the free throws. That's another thing, the free throws that this team are missing. That's a little concerning. that they're missing these free throws, but they were probably at the 80% clip tonight. If I had to take a guess, we'll go over that later on. But he had 20 points. He had 2 steals. Defensively, he was all over the place. Had 3 assists, 4 rebounds. But Grimes, if you had to say right now, Grimes, out of all the rookies, except the top 5, top 10 rookies, he's up there. He has to be one of the top 5, top 10 rookies this year who are playing well. And he's on. Look, we made a great pickup in Grimes. Fournier didn't have a good night. That's what killed us. What really killed us was Mitchell Robinson not be there, because Mitchell Robinson didn't. No one was driving to the lane. After Mitchell Robinson went in, they started. Look, they scored 35 points in that fourth quarter, and when Mitchell Robinson left, I think sometime in that third quarter, that's when they started driving through to the lane and making the game close. The Knicks had no answer. And when Fournier would have been his normal Fournier, we win this game tonight. And Cam Reddish, I mean, he wasn't a factor why we lost this game, but it would have been nice having him down the stretch to see what he can do. Obviously, in 14 minutes of play, I think Knick Nation is convinced this guy's the real deal. And I text you earlier, I'm ordering sometime this week, or I'm going to go in person to get a number 21 Cam Reddish jersey.
He's my second man right now. My first choice, first jersey I gotta get definitely is Mr. Broadway himself. That's for me. But Cam Reddish, definitely. He would be my second choice. Great player, man. You see the upside of his game. Does he have a little bit things to work on? Does he have some? Absolutely, but the way he's able to create, drive to the paint, defense, he have his hands up. He was running out the defense, at the offensive player. So he plays hard. He's another good defender we're gonna have on this team for a long time if we keep him. Hopefully, like I said, Kemba Walker is just too small. Again, I'm gonna irradiate that. I know he gave us 23 points, and that's fantastic on the offensive end, but we got torched whenever he was in. I don't understand why he was in that fourth quarter. I was questioning that. Then Tom Thibodeau took him out, I think, with like 4 minutes to go, and brought in Alex Burke. But thank you for clarifying that for me, because I was screaming over here saying, why is Cam Reddish not in the game, and why is Obi not in the game?
I don't know if you noticed he was limping a little bit. He was playing. Thibodeau saw that, took him. Trainer saw him, and he took him out of the game. Simons, 30 points with a huge rally in the fourth quarter, and he had a lot to do with it. He had 8 assists, like I mentioned. Detroit Blazers erased a 23-point third quarter deficit, beat our Knicks 112-103. It's a tough game to swallow, because now we end up being 1-4 in this road trip. I think we calculated wrong yesterday, and now on Monday we play Oklahoma at the Garden. Is that at the Garden? I'm pretty sure.
That's at the Garden for a Valentine's Day. Is it matinee?
I don't know. We'll look that up. And the Trailblazers play the Milwaukee Bucks. Listen, the Trailblazers are playing well. I think they beat. Who did they beat the other night? They beat somebody big. I forgot. I don't know. But they've been playing well. And the Knicks. Look, the Knicks are there. In fact, yeah, you're right. It's at 2 p.m. local time. On Saturday.
Monday. It's 7:30.
Yeah. So I think it's a 12 o'clock matinee game. I have to verify. I doubt it, because people work on Monday. So I doubt that.
7:30. 7:30 game.
7:30. Okay. So look, at this juncture, the Knicks lost. I mean, they lost to a good young team. They didn't have their starting Lillard, but Simons really showed he's the real deal. And I went over his.
Let's not forget Ben McLemore, who they just got. That's somebody who I wanted from Sacramento. And
they had guys there who were just off the streets, basically. They just got traded and they just blended right in. Hart had 23 points. Yep. McLemore had in 31 minutes had 17 off the bench.
Yep.
Hart just got traded to them. Had, I mentioned, 23.
And Sabonis didn't play. Can you imagine if Sabonis would have played?
I think Sabonis got traded. Didn't Sabonis get traded? No.
He from Indiana to there, wasn't it? Oh no, he's in Sacramento. Wow.
I'm saying.
Your
Yeah.
boy is lost in the sauce tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry. I'm crazy today.
After a loss like this, we can all be lost in the sauce.
Oh my God.
The Knicks lose tonight, 112 to 103. The next game on Monday. We can't definitely lose Monday to Oklahoma. You can't lose to Oklahoma. You have to win that game. Look, we still have a shot for the playoffs. Randall, 28 points. Walker, 23 points. You're not going to get that every night, but he played well.
We'll get that in 10 games again.
Walker scored Fournier's 23, and Fournier scored Walker's 4. So it's like an up and down seesaw here. But Fournier will bring it back up. And I think Grimes is going to start on Monday as well, because I don't think Barrett's going to be ready. So, look, I like Grimes' game. We have a good team. We don't have a great team. Our team is just a work in progress, but it's tough to lose games like this when you're winning. How many games this year, Juby, have we have a lead, even in this road trip, okay, against Utah, against the Lakers, and we lose this game? We could easily be 3-5 in this road trip.
Yeah.
Easily. But
it just sucks because, my brother, I told him the next day after the Knicks beat the Warriors, I was like, yeah, the Knicks beat the Warriors. Aren't you happy? And he sounded like a broken Knicks fan. He was just like, listen, man, they beat the Warriors. That's great. They're going to lose the next game. He was like,
we should have him on the show, man, because he's a big Knicks fan. He should participate in our show and let his frustrations to be known if he has any.
He has a lot. He can't stand Tom Thibodeau right now. He's one of them, probably a lot of fans. I'm still borderline with him. I don't want him gone and I don't want him to stay yet. I'm kind of on the fence. I'm gonna give him some slack and give him for the rest of the season and the beginning of next season.
Juby, he's not going nowhere. He's here. Randall's playing well. Walker had a good game tonight. Fournier, laid up some bricks. Grimes, he's playing. We saw Reddish. We have a future there. Topping for me is lost. In 8 minutes of play, 0 for 2 from the field. Why is he shooting those 3-pointers?
Yeah, but you can't take out a guy, Ray, for shooting 2 shots. And even if you airball them, he shot 0 for 2. You give Evan Fournier, and I understand that's your $19 million man, or however you want to call, but you give that man 30 somewhat minutes, and he shots what, 1 for 13? I mean,
he was 1 for 13,
come on,
1 for 10 from 3-point range.
Come on, there's no excuse.
Chucking away. He was just chucking away.
There's no excuse. Now, if Obi is sitting there and constantly turning the ball over, and he has like 6 turnovers, and he's 0 for 6, and he's not running he's not running up the floor, then take the man out, and I'm not gonna question you. But even if he's deal with the headlights, you just go 0 for 2 and you take him out. Come on, no excuse.
The whole team collectively shot 30% from 3.
Yeah,
and from the field, you shot 38%. From the free throw line, it was close. They shot 85%.
Oh, that's a high.
The fourth quarter, our numbers are higher, obviously, but that fourth quarter, we were shooting bricks. The whole team didn't play well, and Fournier had a lot to do with it. We can't blame the loss on one team, and it's not about blaming this team. Hopefully, this team starts gelling together. Look, I don't know what to say. I'm not going to badmouth or trash the team. Give the Knicks some more time on this because, it's a work in progress. Your best player, or one of your best players, not on the team. If Barrett is in this game, it'll definitely be a big difference maker. You can could have sat down Fournier and put in Barrett, and they would have Grimes and Barrett in that situation, and that would have been a whole different type of play. But look, right now, we play Monday. We have to forget a game like this. This game really kind of upset my stomach a bit, knowing I'm saying how well. I was saying to myself, wow, the Knicks are playing well. They were destroying that zone. All of a sudden, the fourth quarter, they stopped using that zone, and the Knicks looked like deer in headlights. They didn't know how to respond to that defensive intensity that Portland was throwing at us in that fourth quarter. So,
listen. For me, on my behalf, not a whole lot to say. As far as tonight, like you said, we just move on. At this point, we're gonna stop the whole bashing. Let them learn. But me personally, I don't want to hear from Coach or from anybody in this world that the Knicks need more time to gel. That's just unacceptable. Like for me personally, unacceptable. There is no more time to gel. There's either you're good, you got it, you're missing players because they're hurt. That's the excuse I want to hear. I don't want to hear they need time to gel because here we are in February of the middle halfway of the season. What more time do you want for a team to gel? There's just no ifs and buts about it. Like I said, if you want to sit there and say R.J. Barrett is hurt, Mitchell Robinson is hurt, and you say that's why people like teamers lost, I'll sit there and say absolutely. Maybe if R.J. was there, we could have won. We could have done this. But the time to gel, no way, absolutely. They've been together, with the exception of Cam Reddish, since training camp. There's no excuses for Tom Thibodeau or for that Knicks team anymore to hearing about time for gel.
Great. Maybe I'm just saying that just to smooth things over. I don't know. I don't know exactly what to say and how to respond to a game like this.
It's not even you because you're not the only person. I've been hearing that from multiple people. The Knicks need time. The Knicks need time. The Knicks need time. I'm like, listen, how much time do you want these guys to have? Like, in December I was with it. I was saying, yeah, they need time to gel. They need a little bit more. They're still new. They're learning the plays. At this point.
Let me just say, I agree with a lot what you're saying, but let me just go back to the stat line here for a second. I think we're getting a little bit the gelling part, maybe. I don't know, but let me just throw 3 stat lines here that where we lost the game at. Okay,
go ahead.
Well, they out rebounded us 51-41. That's one stat line. Then they had more assists than us, 29-19. So Portland was fluidly passing that ball to the open guy. And the last stat line that really disappoints me. They had 48 points in the paint. We only had 28. Those 3 points there, that's the killer. Our largest lead was 23. Their largest lead was 12, which is the final score basically almost of the game. I'll tell you this. The gelling part, we know what Tom Thibodeau is going to do with their starters. We know who's going to be the starter of the game. We spoke about the youth. He's doing somewhat of that. Jericho Sims didn't look very good today. It tells you how important. And then Nolan Noel is still out with knee issues. Gibson, gave his heart out to play out there.
Yeah, I'm very impressed with Taj Gibson. I don't know about you. He's doing it again. He did it last year. He came in when Mitchell Robinson got hurt, did some things, and then in the offseason, we were like, oh, we should have maybe signed somebody else. He's a little bit older. But listen, salute to that guy. He's a Knicks general. I'm happy we have him on this team. Right now, if I'm Knicks management, I would sit there and say, why do we have Nerlens Noel right now? That's how good Taj Gibson is looking.
Well, let me tell you another thing, Juby. The Knicks have played approximately 57 games of the year. Oof. They technically out, I think, about 3 games from that playing game. Maybe they need something to get sparked and playing in those games to see what they're made of. But right now, the Knicks have to get and solidify their lineup by getting their leader back, basically, and R.J. Barrett, because Randall is playing well. Then you have Kemba, who spot-to-spot plays well. Right now, we know the lineups that's going to be going out there. He's playing Grimes. Grimes is going to be the next man out. But like you always mentioned, is that we're missing that glue that puts this team together. And he's not playing right now. Derrick Rose. Leon Rose knows that Derrick Rose, and as well as Tom Thibodeau knows that Leon Rose, when he comes back in, you're going to definitely see the glue that brings this team together. And I hope he comes back sooner or later because the Knicks are running out of time. So let's hope that Rose comes back after that All-Star game, ready to play and put this Knicks unit back together. Because right now they're Humpty Dumpty. They fell off the wall, and they need that crazy glue to glue this team up together. And that's Derrick Rose.
You heard that, Rose? We need you, man. Get that leg right. Get it back together. Do that physical therapy. Because right now that second unit, it needs you right now, man. Emmanuel.
The whole team needs you, bro.
Emmanuel quickly's lost out there without you. You're like his big brother to him because my God.
Like a game like this tonight, that's when you need a general to kind of manage. But there are games like because you're blowing this team out in the third quarter, going to the fourth quarter. You need someone to kind of relax this team and kind of put people in their places. And that's when Derrick Rose is so special, when he is in the fourth quarter and he does to the team. And that's why we won a lot of games last year, besides Julius Randle having an all-star season. But Derrick Rose, remember when we made that trade, that's when we started making runs. That's when we had a 7-game winning streak, a 9-game winning streak, and propelled us to the 4th seed. That had to do a lot with Derrick Rose. And Julius Randle had a big year last year.
Hopefully, Derrick Rose comes back and he propels us to a nice little win streak to make us get into that play-in, where we get that 2-game little play-in, something along those lines.
I'm hopeful. I'm praying it's 8th seed. But if it's the play-in, we'll take it and see what this team is made of. When you have a Cam Reddish who's eager and hungry to play, I love what I see from him. Grimes, for me, woo.
Yeah,
he's
good.
He's close for me to getting that extra jersey. So Barrett, Grimes, and basically Reddish jerseys right now be hanging behind me. Right now, I'm so impressed with them. Unfortunately, lose a tough game like this tonight really hurts. Juby, I don't know what else to say. I'll see you Monday after the game. We'll do a post-game show after us playing Oklahoma.
Yeah, and hopefully, I don't know if RJ is going to be back. Hopefully, Cam Reddish just tweaked his little ankle, and they took the little precaution from him, and that's why they didn't bring him back out there. Mitch, I hope you're okay, man. I understand. I know you've been playing great. You're a rebounding machine, a dunking machine, field goal percentage machine. But they should call you Stretch Armstrong. I don't know, man, because I feel like you're always, like I said, perfect scenario, metaphor. He's Marcus Camby 2.0, ladies and gentlemen. The guy's good. The guy's a beast. And if he wants that bag, he needs to stay healthy, because if he keeps getting hurt like this, that's going to bring his money down. And I want them to get their money, but at the same time, I want us to be able to afford him and get some key players around us as well.
I agree. I think what they're going to do the same thing with Julius Randle. Not give him the max, but give him something close.
Yeah.
So he's not going to get the max of what other centers are getting, but he'll get a little below that, and they'll give him probably an extra year or something like that. And knowing to let him know that we want you, we need you. I don't think you give him a max on that. I don't think Knicks will do that. They'll probably trade him if they do, if they feel like he's going to do something like that. Do a sign and trade and get something for him. But at this juncture, I think he wants to be a Knick. I think Knicks want him to be here. But those injury issues is still always a concern for the Knicks organization. Juby, with that said, the New Yorkers, Knick Nation, never, never, never give up. Go New York, go New York, go, knowing that the best is yet to come. With love, peace, and gratitude. Zenray out. I'll see you on Monday, Juby. And thanks for coming on this late, well, it's not even late evening. It's 8 o'clock. We're going to watch the fights.
It's fight night, baby. Let's get it. It's fight night. That's what we're excited about. I mean, hopefully that's a little bit more entertaining than that fourth quarter that we saw. But don't forget, drink your milk, ladies and gentlemen, because you don't want to be like Mitchell Robinson and getting hurt all the time. Drink your milk, kids. All right, guys. That was Zenray with Zenray Sports TV. We kicking back. We having a few laughs. That's what it's all about. That's why we come on here, talk about what we love and to communicate with you guys. For those of y'all who watched the live show, appreciate it. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up for your boys. For those who catch the show on a replay, if you like what you see, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit that bell button for all notifications to hear about all Knicks, everything Knicks, and so maybe some other stuff that's somewhere down the line. But like I said, guys, all the links are in the bio. Appreciate you. Enjoy your night. And as always, family above everything. Stay safe, guys. Peace.
We are the New York Knicks. We are the New York Knicks. We are the New York Knicks. We are the New